G'day guys, welcome to my RX Plus feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about NRL's Round 13's recap preview for 2022 guys, so let's get started. So starting off with that first game of that match, we see the Titans going up against the Cowboys. Now this one was a very good cracker of a game. The Cowboys are a really good team. They've been on form, they've been on top, they've been good quality football team, and that's what they are. They've got a really good coach, Todd Payton. He is an absolute good coach for the team. Absolute good quality team. This one was a spectacular game of football, even though Chad Townsend played a really good match against the Titans. As you can see, 32-6 win against the Titans. The Titans really didn't get a win, unfortunately. They played sloppy, they played soft, they played unordinary game. And that's why the Titans need to find their form if they want to win games of football. But there is a but in this, because I understand that they've missed a couple of players due to origin duty, and that's why that was why they had basically that's why they had like people out, like players out, other players out due to Queensland and New South Wales Blues duties. So that's why they were struggling. So anyway, the Titans, they need to find their form if they want to get some wins in games of football for their club and their team. And that's why they need to win. At the moment, they're not. They're struggling. They don't find their form, and they're not winning games at all. So that's why they're struggling so bad, and they're a poor team at the moment. But anyway, really good win by the Cowboys. Absolute really good game of football. That was 32 points to 6. That game was absolutely spectacular. And yeah, well done for the Cowboys to make a really good win. The next game of that match, we see the Panthers going up against the Bulldogs. Now this one was a good cracker of a game. Another one spectacular game. This was obviously no Nathan Cleary, no Jerome Luai and Stephen Crichton and Brian To'o. That means they had They had Kurt Falls obviously playing in that team, which he played a really good game, as I did predict that the Panthers were going to get a really good win, but not a very big margin. This was absolute spectacular of a game. The Panthers are on fire at the moment. Obviously, without those spectacular players that are in origin duty, that's why they didn't play, and that's why obviously the Panthers still had a really good win, but not by a big margin anyway. This one was a very spectacular of a game. Obviously, the Bulldogs did play a really good game, but they're still struggling so bad, and that's why they need help. They need help so bad, because every single time they play good, but they don't get a win. That's what happens with the Bulldogs. They play well, but they don't make a win at all. That's what they need to do, and that's what they need to find some form if they want to make a really good win of, like, obviously the rounds anyway. So that's why they need to find their form, find their energy, find their spark, and it's going to take some time for them to really readjust for players that came from different other clubs anyway. So it will take some time. But anyway, the Panthers played a really good match. 30 points to 18, very close game. That was in the second half. The Bulldogs came a really good energy in the second half, and obviously the Panthers wanted to test them skills, honestly test the Bulldogs and see how the way they want to go. But anyway, 30 points to 18 that was, and yeah, really good game and a very close one. The next game of that match, we see the Manly Seagulls going up against the Warriors. Now, this game was another spectacular of a game. The Warriors played soft, played poorly, and they played with no energy at all. They played with no spark, and they just absolutely got thrashed by the Manly Sea Eagles. I literally thought that the Warriors were going to get on top and on their form, but unfortunately that didn't happen, and it was 44 points to 12, a big thrashing that was. That game was obviously the Manly Sea Eagles game, and they played a very good match in that game. Wow, did Daly Cherry Evans play good. Wow, did Jason Saab play a really good game to make that intercept try. But obviously, frustrations do happen in that game. Obviously, the Warriors, they were just tearing themselves apart. And how the way they were looking themselves on their faces, did they find their form right? No, they didn't. And did they play their game correct? No, they didn't. So that's why the Warriors need to find some form. And that's why they don't have Cody Nikorima. That's why they had Reece Walsh there, but he didn't play a very good game. But anyway, obviously the Warriors didn't play the game that they usually wanted to play. So yeah, Manly Sea Eagles played a really good matchup. And yeah, well done from the Manly Sea Eagles for making a really good win. 44 to 12 win against the Warriors in that match. And finally, the next game of that match, we see the Raiders going up against the Roosters. Now, close game this was, absolute spectacular of a match. James Tedesco didn't play in this game, which that means Joseph Manu played in that number one position. And obviously, I think it was it was Xavier Savage, that's it. Xavier Savage played in that number one position in that game. I thought, was Jordan Rapana playing in fullback, or was Charles Nickel-Clockstad playing in the fullback side? But they obviously didn't, so yeah, what can you do really? That one was a pretty close game, 22 to 16 win against the Roosters. The Raiders played a very spectacular of a game, and wow, did they find some form. I didn't think the Raiders were going to win at all, and especially that, I didn't think the Roosters were going to win at all. But how the way the Roosters find their form, they only found their form in the second half. The second half they played alright. The second half they played good, but not enough to concede a very good win against the Raiders. And wow, did Jamal Fogarty played a really good matchup, and that's right, he did. Since he didn't really play some games due to, I think, an injury or suspension or something like that, but Jamal Fogarty played a really good match in that game. But the Roosters, since they found some form in that match, I didn't think that the Roosters were going to win at all. But especially for that, the Roosters were playing very hard in that game and obviously trying their best. But anyway, not enough to concede that win against the Raiders. So yeah, 22 points to 16. Very close game. And thanks guys for watching this video, guys. Stay tuned for more. We'll be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys pretty soon. Also, we'll be doing more videos coming to you guys pretty soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, guys. Stay safe and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 255 anyway. So let's get up to that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. But also, I do apologize if this video is going to be late. I was busy. I had so much things to do. So yeah, I do apologize for that. But anyway, guys, take care and have a good one.